Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I used to say welcome back to my channel because I always upload in my first channel. So welcome to my new channel and welcome to my first ever video on this channel. Oh my god, the flies are so annoying here. So I am outside as usual. I'm not usually outside, but yeah. So I decided to talk about my experience coming to Korea and how life as a foreigner in Korea feels like outside, and just talking like a friend to y'all. So let's start from the beginning. Do I really wanted to come to Korea always? No. Ever since I was a child, ever since I started to learn English, my goal countries always have been Switzerland, Germany, or America. So those were the countries which I learned the culture of, which I learned the language for, like which I prepared myself for the future in those countries. But as soon as I finished and graduated school and received my documents, all the universities that I wanted to apply for in those countries happened to meet the deadline. So what do? I was extremely stressed, but I just turned 18 as soon as I graduated school, and I really didn't want to leave in my country anymore because like I was really stressed out and I needed to start an independent life because like I'm always looking forward to new adventures, which I got myself into a lot of troubles. So yeah. And I told my mom, like, I want to go to a new country, and you know, I have been K-pop fan for 2.5 years at that time, and I just said, why not Korea? So we went to the agency around our location and they said, your son has a great document, so we will take them and you're going to pay us $2,000 for solving all the problems and all the applications. We're gonna do everything. So we paid $2,000 for them, and I literally had to do nothing. Like when I say nothing, I only submitted my documents to the agency and they did all the work. So after 1.5 months, I received my student visa, and oh my god, y'all, I was really happy. I was ecstatic because it was a country like which is known for a lot of K-pop fans, and it was a dream destination to a lot of persons. Before our visa came out, the agency told us to buy a ticket for the 7th of March. And we didn't really know if I was going to get accepted to the university and if I'm gonna get the visa, but we did the ticket before I accept the visa. And we did, and we bought the ticket for 7th of May. So as soon as my visa came out, I started doing preparations to leave the country, which I was not nervous at all because like I prepared myself from the beginning. Like I knew I was going to leave the country that I grew up in. So the day came, and my family is really small. Like there's only my parents, one, my sister, and me. I have 2 nieces. They're babies. So all of us go on the way. Oh my gosh, look. So we get to the airport and it's a departure time, which was one of the most difficult times of my whole entire life. The situation was really heartbreaking because like to be dividing from the people that you've spent whole your life, like imagine like you've lived for 18 years and you have never been a part of them for a very long time. The longest time I've ever been a part of them was when I studied to special boarding school. Yeah, it was that. So the departure, it was so emotional. Me and my friends go to get our tickets checked up, and the faces of my family and my dad and my mom, it literally brings tears to my eyes at the current moment as well, because I will never forget that moment. Because if you're a parent, you know, like to lose your children, and like I'm not saying like a lose forever, to be not able to see your children for a long time and you know they're gonna be very far from you. I don't know how my parents feel, because like I was like really holding myself back from crying, because if I started to cry, like I would add more pressure to the stress that they already had. So I hugged my mom, and I cannot even describe how hard it is to say farewell to your parents. I know I'm not leaving forever, but I'm not gonna be seeing my parents and my sister and my nieces for 2 years, so it's pretty much heartbreaking. And yeah, as I mentioned, my mom cried so much, and my sisters as well. And when I got my tickets checked up and we are heading to the plane, when I looked back, my dad was crying as well. I have never seen my dad cry. Like, if I'm 18 years old, in 18 years I have never seen my dad cry, in never. He was sobbing as well, and yeah. So we get on the airport. To be honest, y'all, I'm extremely terrified of planes and the heights. Like, I have a phobia for heights. So we got on the plane. I do not happen to have the same seat as my friend, which I wanted him to comfort me on the really dangerous and like really scary trip. I happened to sit next to the stranger, and yeah, so the plane take out. It was like, I was expecting a lot worse, but it felt like the bus, right? So yeah. And as soon as we landed to the Korea, we had a bus waiting for us. So everybody got on the bus, and we went to the one city called Daegu, which is like 50 to 60 kilometers away from where I live right now. So we're supposed to go to university on Mondays. Our agency didn't tell us nothing. Like, we lost touch with our agency. Like, we needed a direction because we're in a new country. They don't even have the internet connection. We don't even have the SIM cards to contact them. So the only thing that we can do is to wait for them and for them to send person, because that's what the agreement. So we wait for them, and the person who we came together offered us a shelter. If it wasn't for that person, I would be living in the streets for 3 years in Korea, my first days. So yeah, we live there, and there is no sign from in our agency, and like we somehow contacted them and we said, what's up? Like, when do we need to go to the country? You said you bought us flats, so what happened? And they let us know that there was a lot of difficulties with the flats and you need to go to university on Monday. Like, how are we supposed to go to our university when it's our first ever time in Korea? We don't even know the language. We don't even know how to go to like a freaking shop or something. So yeah, and my partners were extremely stressed out because like they had an anxiety, and I told them to, let's buy a ticket and let's like search a train for our city. So we somehow happened to have a train for our city, and we went to our city, we went to our university, we got checked up, we did everything that was required to do as a first student. So what are we gonna do? We paid for those motherfuckers to pay for our flats, but they didn't do nothing. And I was really shocked, and it was like, what if there is a group chat of the same nationalities? And I looked on the internet and there were. So I asked for them to find us a flat, and they did. And we got it located. As soon as we made the deals and as soon as we got located in our home, like, the first thing that we do is probably sleep, because like we didn't sleep for like 3 days well. So we got a nap, and we didn't even have time to go out to the city because the very next day we had a university days. And so yeah, with the university days, we attended to the university. I was imagining really differently when it comes to the university situation, because we had a lot of people together, and we really didn't have the chance to communicate with each other because every single one of us is from very different countries and everybody came with a different certificate. So a lot of the students didn't know English, so I was not able to make friends, so I was not able to talk to them. As soon as the university is over, we need to find a job, like, because who's gonna pay for us to leave? So it was extremely hard to find a part-time job when you're a student. Especially it's gonna be difficult for you for your documents if you do not find a legal job with the immigrations when you went to get your visa. So I somehow happened to find a part-time job as well, and I was really excited, and I was really grateful for God for that. And let's get to the main struggles of living in South Korea. First of all, people are extremely racist here. Like, I'm not saying people in general, but the people that I confronted and the people that I met was extremely racist. Like, not to me, like to people around me, because like I somehow happen to have a little face guard and I'm not ugly. That's why they didn't treat me bad. So the pretty privilege is real, y'all. So they are racist. But the thing that I was not expecting as well, like a lot of the person that we see on the internet say that elderly people, oh my god, there's so many flies and just latching into my lashes. What we hear on the internet is there's a misconception about Korea. We all the time hear that elderly people in South Korea are so racist, but the fact is it's vice versa. When I was standing in the streets, like elderly people came up to me and giving me a compliment which made my day, and I was really happy. the elderly people that I met was the nicest people I met in my whole entire life. The elderly people is just so amazing. The problem is with the younger generation, I would say, in my case and in my experience, I don't know for everybody. So yeah. And one of the most difficult things that I had to and that I have to overcome is reminiscing about the past, missing your family. I respect every single person who came to a foreign country departing from their family. This is one of the most difficult feelings that you will ever feel, because your first week will be the most difficult, because every single time you want to close your eyes for the sleep, you always start reminiscing about your past, your amazing, luxurious, your glamorous life in your own country. So I started to do the same. Like, y'all know, I just graduated the school, so the wounds are fresh. So I started to miss my classmate. I started to reminisce about everything that happened in my childhood. Like, my childhood was like my golden era in my school as well. So yeah, I had a pretty amazing adventurous life. So I started to miss them. Oh my god, y'all, this place is extremely beautiful in South Korea, y'all. So yeah, I started to reminisce about my family, my mother, because, you know, I grew up, I'm the only son in the family, so my sister got married early and I grew up with my mom. So I didn't really have a lot of friends, because the thing and the reason for that is my mom was every single person who I needed in my whole entire life. She was my everything. So we had like the extremely biggest bond, bigger than my dad. So you can imagine the missing feeling. So I started to miss my mom so bad. I literally cried for 3 months. It's been only 4 to 5 months since I've been in South Korea. I started like sobbing badly every single night before I go to sleep. It was really difficult for me to get to sleep because the time zone was extremely different from my country. It's like 4 hours lower. So yeah, I somehow starting to overcome from this feeling, but every day I miss my mom, because like every day you started to reminisce about your past life, because if you're in a new country, it is extremely difficult to adjust to here, because you have no friends. You have nobody who you can have a conversation with. You have nobody who can cry and lash onto or make you feel loved. Yeah, we can talk with our parents on the phone, but it's not the same. It's never the same. I would love to find somebody who I want to fall in love with, but I haven't seen nobody who is my type. Like, the thing is, I have never met somebody who was my type, and I have never started a relationship in my whole entire life. I have never loved somebody, and it's been like 4 years since I had a relationship with anybody. So yeah, I'm like really lonely person, and we have no relatives. I literally have nobody here. So I started my life independently here, and I'm facing a lot of struggles. And the only amazing part of coming to South Korea is you will get to have a lot of open chances for your future career, and I'm really thankful for that. So I would love to say, and I would love to offer you to come to South Korea if your willpower is strong enough, if you're like physical, mentally strong person outside and inside. That's who. Oh my god, one thing I forgot to mention is when you're facing off against South Koreans about like the problems or issues, you gotta hold your tongue. Back in my country, if anybody say something smart to me, bitch, what up, let's fight. I used to be like that. But in South Korea, if you even look at a person wrong, they can do shibai to you. Shibai means like which can report you to the police officers, and they will get your ass deported back into your motherfucking country within 2 seconds. That's what you gotta do. Like, I really hold myself back, and the times in which I didn't hold myself back got me fired 2 to 3 times from the part-time jobs, which I found with a lot of struggles, because like I couldn't, back in my country as well, like I couldn't stand up. I couldn't stand for bullying, so, and the racism, like all the bullshit shit I never used to tolerate, so I didn't tolerate that as well. So I always stood up for somebody when they were getting bullied or they were facing racism, and I got my ass fired, but they were still working, and I was like, damn, I'm standing up for you, and you're gonna continue to work here as well. So yeah, you have to have a high level of tolerance when you're gonna come to South Korea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's not pretty much it. I'm just walking and I'm extremely tired from my job. Like, I have so many things to tell you, but when I'm recording in the camera, like, nothing comes to my mind. Like, I automatically turned off my personality. Like, I'm starting to feel what is that shit? Oh yeah. So I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable on the camera. So I will try to be myself, because like, I am one of the most lit ass bitches you will ever meet, like in your whole entire life. You wish you could have me in your life. I'm just kidding. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support is the only thing that I need right now, and I also wanted to thank you guys so much, because ever since I came to Korea, I always like have been attached to my YouTube channel and to you guys. So everybody's support like means something to me. When I cannot like respond to you, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I love you guys so much. See you guys on the next upcoming videos, which is going to be karaoke vlog, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm gonna go to karaoke and tear the house upside down. See you guys on the next video.